So, you've probably heard this term thrown around, maybe at a business report or on the news, tailwind. And you might have thought, what does that actually mean? Well, it's a super common idiom, and it's got a fascinating and pretty literal origin. Today, we're going to break it all down.
To really get this idiom, let's start where it all began. Just picture an airplane cruising up in the sky. Now, besides its own massive engines, what's a natural force that could give it a serious push? Something that helps it fly faster and use less fuel.
You got it. It's the wind. Specifically, a strong wind blowing from behind it. That's a tailwind. It literally gives the plane a nudge forward, saving time and energy. And that simple, powerful idea is exactly where this idiom comes from. Okay, so how did a term that pilots use all the time make its way into boardrooms and our daily chats? Let's take a look at how tailwind took on a whole new figurative meaning that has nothing to do with flying. So, in its figurative sense, a tailwind is basically any outside factor, a situation or a condition that makes it easier for you to get where you're going. It's like an invisible push that helps you or your project move along with way less struggle. And here you can really see that direct connection, can't you? Just like a real physical tailwind makes a plane's journey smoother, a figurative tailwind gives you the momentum you need to hit a goal. It's all about getting a helpful boost from the world around you. All right, definitions are one thing, but let's see how this word actually works out in the real world. Here are a couple of great examples.
Okay, here's our first one in Indonesian. It says, this year's economic growth got a tailwind from rising exports and foreign investment. The key thing here is that the exports and investment weren't the growth itself. No, they were the outside forces pushing the economy forward. They were the tailwind making that growth easier.
And here it is in a business context. You see, that early success of a new product, that's not just a win in itself. It creates confidence, it creates momentum. That success becomes the tailwind that makes the next big move, like expanding overseas, feel so much more achievable. And that's really what a tailwind is all about. It creates positive momentum. Whether we're talking business, the economy, or even just your own career, a tailwind gets the ball rolling. It makes everything that comes next feel just a little bit easier and pushes you toward even bigger wins.
Now, if there's a force that pushes you forward, it just makes sense that there's a force that holds you back, right? So to really, truly get what a tailwind is, we've got to talk about its opposite, the headwind.
It's a pretty simple but really powerful contrast. A tailwind is support. It helps you. A headwind is an obstacle. It slows you down. So, for example, new technology might be a huge tailwind for a startup, but at the same time, that company could be facing a major headwind from, say, rising interest rates. One helps, the other hurts. Simple as that.
Phew, we've covered a lot of ground pretty quickly here, from the open skies right down to the corporate world. So let's pull it all together and make sure the most important ideas really stick.
So if you remember anything, remember this. Tailwind isn't just some corporate buzzword. It's a really great metaphor that comes straight from aviation. It helps us see the forces that are pushing us toward success and tell them apart from the headwinds that are holding us back. And just being able to see that difference, that's a skill all by itself. And that leaves us with one final thought. As you go on with your day, think about this for a second. What's the biggest tailwind in your life right now? What's that force, big or small, that's helping you move forward? It's a pretty powerful question to ask yourself. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.